The First Presbyterian Church of Ogdensburg is located in the northernmost city in New York State, right along the mighty St. Lawrence River. There's been a worshiping congregation here since 1805. It's a congregation with a long history of serving the community. Every Sunday morning, the front doors swing open and the family and friends gather in love and joy and thanksgiving. The Holy Spirit fills the room. Some come for peace, some come for comfort, some come to learn and grow. Some come to give thanks and praise, and some wander in and out during the service as they struggle with their mental illness. Children wiggle in the comfy sacks and pews, a baby laughs and a grieving widow cries. Strangers and friends hug one another. The congregation is open and affirming, welcoming everyone and embracing the gifts of God's many children. The community has a large variety of people who bring many unique and special perspectives to the congregation. The one thing they all seem to have in common is the desire to serve the community and the unconditional love that is a part of being children of God.
I have been a member of the Catholic Church for 55 years. It was a routine. It got to be like it was a fruitless routine where you went to church every Sunday and you just sat there. You didn't interact. You just went through the motions. I felt like they didn't do much for the community. And I still believe that. They never mentioned anything that was going on around us. It was just like we were closed in our own little bubble. They didn't mention world events. They didn't mention disasters going on. They didn't mention the need. It was just basically about what was happening in our little circle. And people were, when church was over, they ran away. It was just like they couldn't wait to get out. Here, at least people, they stay around. They want to talk. And they're doing it now. And we're having a little gathering downstairs. It's just a great way to be a community. It's like we love each other as a church family, and it just seems as though we're growing all the time. Involving the children is going to be great because that's the future. That is the future, and you need to evolve.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. She was sick. The sick sheep 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 was sick.
One more.
The sick sheep was sick. I did that whole thing. Now again.
I started coming here when I met Claire. And I think the congregation and Lorena as the pastor keeps me here because it's a very accepting environment. We always feel like we're cared about and loved, and everybody's always there for each other.
Probably similar to what Amy said. I think, the fact that we were able to get married here, and the fact that we have a child and nobody in the congregation even blinks or bats an eyelid. And with everything that we went through with her being preemie and being in the NICU, just the support that we got from the congregation while we were going through that, I think, made a big difference and helped a lot.
And we just had our baptism here too. We felt very welcome.
Hello, Sarah. What a good name you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just so sweet. Aww.
Sally Baker, and I am a lifetime member of the First Presbyterian Church. So my parents brought me here, and I have just continued to want to be here. I remember being here in the choir, and being part of the choir in my younger days, and just always remember wanting to come as a child. I remember summer camp at Oak Point, and that brings me memories still when I pass Oak Point on the river. And then throughout college, I came, and then unfortunately I was married in this church and remained here in Ogdensburg.
Children
So
here?
my children here. My husband is of another denomination, but I'm the churchgoer, and I wanted to bring my children up, and he has always supported me in that way. So, and it has always been a foundation for me. It's my rock.
Yeah,
That's all I can.
it's your base.
It's my base. It's an open church. My children love this church. I've been in Christian Ed. I've been a deacon. I've been on a personnel committee. I've been a
variety of
few
things. Very good.
Yes. So it's a lovely church to belong to.
Thank you.
It's family.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Initially, I came because my partner at the time was asked to be the church organist and pianist and choir director, so I needed a church to come to. I figured, what the heck? So I came. And that was initially why.
And why are you still here?
Because I found a home. I am a Catholic in their terms still. I was born and raised, brought up in the Roman Catholic Church. My idea of coming to church was always, if I didn't, I was going to be struck down and I was going to die and go to hell. So I went out of fear, obligation, a sense of loyalty to my mother, who was, we called her the bishop of the Catholic Church. And when I left college, I was floundering. I didn't want to go to church because I had to. I wanted to go to church because I wanted to. And so I tried some different churches. When I ended up here, the church went through a series of transitions and different pastors, and most of them I sort of could relate to, and like the fact that I came to church and the sermons or the lectures or whatever you want to call them dealt with what was going on in the world today, and related it to the Bible. It made sense to me. It wasn't the same thing over and over and over and over again. The prayers were different. The prayers related. I'm not all fuzzy and warm. Ask people, they'll tell you. The mission, the things that the church does for the community. There's a mission committee that was started after Katrina, and it was started by a church member, Ed Norris, and who has since passed, and I miss him every day. And he asked me to join the mission committee, and then he roped me into being the mission chairperson. You owe me. And we do things like a free lunch for the community and reach out to them and let them know that they have a place here that they can eat, that they can talk to people about their troubles. We build ramps for people in need. We donate to the neighborhood center, which is the food pantry. We run a food sense program it's a low-income purchasing program for anybody. Anybody can come in and get anything anything on the menu or whatever's offered that month for $10, $15, $20 less than you can get it in the grocery store. We do stuff for the kids.
And particularly this week.
And this week we do Vacation Bible School. I'm not in that. I don't do that part of it. I'm in the kitchen. I like to cook, and so we cook for the kids and we cook for the community. And
So the Vacation Bible kids all come to lunch?
most of them come down for lunch, and some of them come down and help. One of the Binion boys, Aaron, I think, is the one that comes in and helps, and he's just as cute as a button, and that's his niche, to come in and help. And the Sovi kids come in and help. I mean, it amazes me every time we do something with the kids, the compassion that they have and the willingness to step outside their comfort zone to help somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I'm here because I want to be, not because I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. If someone were to ask you, why does this church seem to be so alive and full of the Spirit and growing, what would you say to them?
Because there's no judgment in this church. You can be yourself. You can have your issues. People are always there to help you. If you step off the path, they don't push you back on it, but they help you get back on it. The doors are open to anybody and everybody, and you can come in for one visit. You can come in for a lot of visits, and you are accepted for who you are, what you are, what your status is. It's just open door policy.
Okay.
A new way to worship, a new time to worship, a time to gather and find peace, family together, a place to grow in the Spirit and love of God. The First Presbyterian Church of Ogdensburg.